Good morning, students. Welcome to your computer classroom. Today we will discuss the exercise in which fill in the blanks, MCQ and question answers were there. As you have already completed your chapter in the earlier class, so today we will have the exercise session. So coming to the textbook, so you have completed in the previous video to take the correct answers also. So before going to the exercise, I just revise once again whatever the topics you have completed, like selling online. As you use the web as a convenient way to purchase goods and services, you can also use the same convenience to sell product over the internet. Means the two aspects, purchasing of goods and selling of products, both on the internet you can do. You may able to configure to sell your goods and services directly. As you can see that you can sell your product using online auction. Okay, if you are not sure what price to charge, or if you think you have popular product, then in most cases you are charged a fee for listing the item and additional fee when you sell the item. There is an extra charge for that. So one of the most popular online auction sites is eBay. So eBay is the most popular auction site where you can sell your products easily. The biggest online retailers that offer the service are Amazon, Snapdeal and Flipkart. These are also good retailer websites where the people purchase and sell their product. Next, there are some security precautions, security concern and PayPal purchase under the heading of e-retailing. So what is e-retailing? Electronic retailing. Okay, electronic retailing. E-retailing occurs when retailers use the web to sell their products and services. Whenever we use the internet with the help of web, we sell our products and services to the customer, to the business, to the employees. That is e-retailing. Making an online purchase. Customer visits an online business portal at the electronic storefront. An electronic storefront is also called online catalog. Okay, electronic storefront is also called online catalog. This is the website where an e-retailer displays the products. Like you see many products, as you search, like you want some sports product, you just search there sports, and the number of products displayed related to that search. It contains what? It contains description, graphics, sometimes product reviews. So these three things are there in the product which are displaying. Next, the customer makes a selection and this activates a second area of the store known as shopping cart. Whenever you select an item for buying, so before that there is a word written add to cart. So you just add your item to the cart, and in the final section, if you want to delete that item, you can delete. You can purchase it or delete it. The shopping cart allows the customer to collect the items for making purchase Items in the shopping cart can be added, deleted, or even saved for a future visit. If you want to see that item in future and then you want to purchase it, so you can save that item also. When ready to complete the purchase, the customer proceeds to the checkout and at the financial information through a secure web connection. So these things are done in e-retailing and online purchasing. This is the path of an authorized e-retail transaction. Okay, there are 7 to 8 steps which you have to follow. So these are already being taught in the previous class to you. PayPal purchase. If an online retailer supports payment through a website such as PayPal, you will see an option to pay through PayPal in the payment section. By clicking on that option, takes you to the PayPal website where you log in using PayPal login ID. There will be a PayPal account also for the payment, and PayPal returns you to the online retailer's website and you can view your invoice and payment receipt. And this is secure payment method. What are the security concerns? Shopping online nowadays is very secure and reliable. When you purchase goods online, the vendor asks you to provide accurate payment information. This means what? Typing your credit or debit card number, card's expiry date, security code along with your name and address details. Because it is vital and sensitive data, does not fall into the wrong hands. So you need to ensure that your payment which you are providing information only to a secure site, not in any of the site. Okay. While entering your confidential data on a secure site on the website, this is very important thing which you have to remember, looks for HTTPS instead of HTTP in the site address. And also look for the security icons such as VeriSign secured in the web browser for a lock icon. In some browsers, the address bar shows green background for secure site. So these three things, I'm repeating once again. HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, S for secure, and this is only Hypertext Transfer Protocol. That means the website is not secure for the user. Next, it has a VeriSign secured. In the browser you will see a lock icon above. If the lock is not present over there or open, that means the website is not secure, not logged. Okay. Or the third option is that green background for a secure site. Clear? Now next, security precautions. Customers should never share personal information like PIN, password with anyone including employees of the bank. PIN or password mailer should not be stored. The PIN or password should be changed immediately, memorized before destroying the mailer. If you are destroying your mail, so immediately you should memorize your password and PIN. It is advisable not to provide sensitive account related information over unsecured emails or over the phone. Clear? So these are the security precautions which you have to remember each and every time. Now coming to the exercise, let's see. After reading the chapter, I know these points. Okay. I know that e-commerce is financial business transactions that occurs over an electronic network. Of course, it occurs in an electronic network. because the selling products, purchasing products, buying, this all done through an electronic network in e-commerce. I know that there are four basic models of e-commerce. What are that? Business to customer, selling product to customer. Then business to business means selling to any firm. Customer to customer, directly customer is selling his or her product to the customer, and business to employee. So this is also true. I know that e-retail occurs when retailers use the web to sell their product services. True. And I know that an electronic storefront is also called online catalog. अभी हमने थोड़ी देर पहले इसको पढ़ा है. Okay. Already we have read about it, online catalog. So the website where an e-retailer displays the products. So these all four are agreeable. Clear? Now take the correct answer. The type of e-commerce used by individuals to sell products and services directly to other individual means, the type of e-commerce means electronic commerce used by any individual. Anyone can use it to sell products and services directly to the individual. Means I am selling my product to my friend directly, or providing any service to my relatives, to my friends, or to my neighbor persons. So this is what? This is customer to customer. Means one customer is selling to the other customer. So this type of e-commerce used by individual to sell products and services directly to other individual is C to C. Okay. Next, B1. This one we have completed. B1. The e-commerce in which the sale or exchange of product and services takes place between business firms. Again, the electronic commerce in which sale or exchange of products, you are selling or exchanging the products and services between business firms, means a company is selling products to the other company, other firm, then it will be business to business. Okay, not to the customer or employee. A company is selling products and services to other company, other firm. So B to B. Now coming to fill in the blanks. The first question, the e-commerce that take place using mobile device. Through a mobile device, if e-commerce take place, then what it is called? So it's a web or a mobile application or a device. Both are using what? Electronic network. So the answer of the first one is electronic business. Okay. E L E electronic business. Okay. If it is not clear properly, then I am repeating this spelling: BUSINESS, business, ELECTRONIC, electronic business. The answer of A. Second, with dash business model, the seller can sell products directly to customer without using traditional retail channel. Means without using any old method, A business model can sell their products directly to customer. So with which option they can do this? So it will be B2C. Okay, B2C means business to customer. Okay, so here you will write B2C, second one. Third, Dash is the most popular vehicle of C2C e-commerce, mean customer to customer e-commerce. As we have already read that C2C e-commerce, the best way or the best popular vehicle is online auction. Okay, the answer is online auction, AUCTION, online auction. The answer of C, and the fill in the blanks, online auction. Okay, now next, B2E means business to employee e-commerce is also known as business to employee, will be called, because it is happening inside the business with the employees, so it is known as intra business e-commerce. Okay, intra, INTRA, intra business. There is a less space, that's why I am writing it below, intra business e-commerce. The answer of D, intra business e-commerce. And the last one, the Dash allows the customer to collect purchases. So there can be two answers. You can say the owner also can allow the customer to collect purchases, or any shopkeeper who is selling the product will allow the customer to collect purchases. So we can write here the owner slash shopkeeper. Clear? Both the answers are correct. Now coming to the answer the following question. What do you mean by e-commerce? What is the meaning of e-commerce? So as simple we can write e-commerce stands for electronic commerce. Okay, the simple, or we can say the business of buying and selling over the internet is termed as e-commerce. Means buying and selling of products over the internet is termed as e-commerce. Or you can write from here from your book where it is given e-commerce. Okay, I think on the top only you will get the definition. Here also you can write e-commerce. See, e-commerce is a big part of the web which enables online buying and selling of goods and services. Online buying and selling of goods and services. Okay, So from starting to here, okay, from here to here. Answer 1. E-commerce is a big part of the web which enables online buying and selling of goods and services. Or you can write electronic commerce is also known as e-business, is a financial business transaction that occurs over an electronic network. The whole line. This also can be your answer number 1. So you will write both. First, electronic commerce, also known as e-business, is a financial business transaction that occurs over the electronic network. And here, from starting, e-commerce is a big part of the web which enables online buying and selling of goods and services. This one also. Clear? Now, next question. What are the different models of e-commerce? Four different models are there. 4. B2B, B2C, B2E, C2C, business to employee, business to business, business to customer, customer to customer. These 4 different models are there in e-commerce. With simple you will get in your book. Here the answer is given also. You can see, sorry, here the 4 basic models of e-commerce business are business to customer, customer to customer, business to business, business to employee. This will be your answer number 2. Clear? Now third question. Define B2C and B2B e-commerce. Means business to customer and business to business e-commerce. So it just only define, so we'll write a short answer for this. From here you can choose business to business and business to customer. So business to business, in business to business e-commerce, the sale and exchange of products and services take place between the firm till firm. Okay, the sale and exchange of products and services takes place between the firms in B2B e-commerce. And next, business to customer means consumer. Business to consumer e-commerce consists of the sale of products and services from business concerned to the general public and users. In this model, the seller is the business concern and the buyer is the consumer. Only this much you have to write. Okay. Answer number 3rd. B part or A part, whatever the question. Okay, see to it. Okay, B2C is the A part and B2B is the second part. Now next question is, So see the advantages of e-commerce. Here we can easily see the advantages of e-commerce for buyer and for seller. For both you have to write. First point says that you have the convenience of shopping at home. From home, while sitting at home, you can do shopping from anywhere in the world. Customers can compare the items easily. You can take two products and can compare their specification. Customer can read reviews about the products from the user. The user which have already purchased the product, they have written their reviews, comments. You can see to them and finalize your product. Doorstep delivery of the desired goods and services. You will get your product at your door in 2 or 3 days. Feedback can be instant. Feedback is also there. If you don't like the product, you can write to the company. So these all advantages are for buyer in e-commerce. So for seller also there are some advantages. First one, the web offers low overhead expenses. Means the network e-commerce is providing a low overhead expenses, low charges, free or low cost marketing activities. They don't have to pay much for the marketing in online product selling. Potential buyers can be millions of people. While going door to door and selling the product, or sitting on a shop on a road and selling your product, instead of that, because in that condition you will have 10 to 20 customers or 100 customers. But in online shopping or e-commerce, you will have millions of people. So means potential buyers who can purchase the products online, that will create or generate more income for the owner. So these are the advantages. Okay, so you will write in your answer for buyer and for seller, and same as it is you will write. Okay, next, what are the security concern and security precaution one should take while using e-commerce? We had already discussed about it in the starting of the class. Let's see what are the security concern and precautions one should take. Security concern. When you purchase goods or services online, the vendor asks you to provide accurate payment information. This means typing your credit card, debit card number, the card expiry date, and the security code along with your name and address details. So it is vital that this sensitive data does not fall into the wrong hands. Therefore, you need to ensure that you provide the payment information only to secure site. Okay. So the security concern is that the website and web browser which you are using, or you are entering your confidential data on your secure site, on the website look for HTTPS instead of HTTP. Look for a security icon such as VeriSign Secured. Look for lock icon, and the address bar shows the green background. So this is the security concern which you have to follow. Okay, so the answer will start from on the website to security site. This is security concern. What are the precautions? So you can see the precautions, that it is advisable not to provide sensitive account related information over unsecured mails or over the phone. Simple precaution like changing the ATM pin and online logging transaction password on a regular basis. Ensure that logged in session is properly signed out. Okay. And one more line you can write: the pin or password should be changed immediately, memorized, destroying the mailer. Okay. So this is the answer of your question number E. Now coming to the last question: what is e-retailing and what are the steps involved in the path of an authorized e-retailer transaction? Very simple. E-retailing. E-retail occurs when retailer use web to sell their products and services. This is known as e-retailing. So when the retailer use a e-commerce, means with the help of web network, to sell their product and services, this is e-retailing. Okay, this is first part. Second, for the path. So here the path it is given from step 1: customer views e-retailer electronic store font. Customer collects purchases in electronic shopping cart. Customer enters his/her personal financial information on a secure website, just like PayPal. E-retailer sends financial information to the concerned bank. Bank performs security checks, send authorization back to the e-retailer, checks the security, send you the OTP also to that customer also, that the customer is verified. Now next, e-retailer web server sends confirmation to the customer for process the order and then sends it to the fulfillment center. When your order is confirmed, the bank will verify, the owner will verify, the e-retailer will send you the message. Fulfillment center packages the order, prepare it for shipment and then sends a report to the server where the records are updated. So on the server your data will be updated, the payment, the things which you have prepared, means purchased, all the details. While order travels to the customer, shipping information is posted on the website, your address, street address, landmark, mobile numbers, and at last packages in the order are delivered to the customer. So these steps or path of authorized retailer is there. You have to write in your answer. So here all the question answers is completed till F, from A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. So hope you have got the answers. Write it, learn it, and once again revise the chapter. Then we will meet with a new chapter in the next class. Thank you.